With Pafford Homestead here. I am in the kitchen today. I am preparing for the next couple days cooking. I will be grilling today. And on today's menu, I'm doing a ribeye steak, some hamburgers and sausage on the pit with some cut up sweet potatoes. And we also picked a head of cabbage today. So I'm going to cut the cabbage up and put that on the pit as well with some bacon wrapped stuffed jalapenos. So stick around and let's get busy cooking. So we're going to start with the cabbage. I've already washed it. All I'm going to do is just cut it into fours. Into wedges. Okay, so I got them all cut in fours, and look how beautiful they are. And that's straight out the garden. So I'm going to put them top side down, outside down, middle up. I'm going to add some butter to it. Smear it on it. And I did up my own seasoning, and it consists of steak dust, steak seasoning, onion powder, garlic powder, pepper, and some sasheries. I'm going to take some of that and put it all over it. Give it a little dusting. And I'm going to put a little bit more butter down in it. I have a little bit on this side, a little bit on that side. Now, I'm just going to wrap it up. And it's ready to go on the pit. So I'm going to set this aside, and I'm going to do the other ones, and then we'll go to the next project. Okay, the next step is going to be the homegrown sweet potatoes that we got from Lone Star Pioneering. I'm just going to take and peel these real quick. And I'll take and cut all these other pieces off and see how they look on the inside. These I'm going to take and cut them and put them in aluminum foil with seasoning and butter and put them on a pit. I'm going to cut them in cubes. My foil. Have me a little bit of brown sugar I'm going to put in here, just a tiny bit, not much. And sprinkle a little bit of my special seasoning as well. Not too much of it. Then we're just going to wrap it up like we did the cabbage. And that is ready to go. And we'll go to the next step. Okay, the next thing is going to be asparagus. Now, I don't eat this, but Charlie does. He likes this stuff. Me, I call it witch's fingers. That's what it reminds me of. I've called it that since I was a little kid. So I'm going to cut the ends off. Just about that much of the ends. Okay. This over here in my compost bag. So I'm going to split it in two halves because I'm going to wrap them in bacon. Bacon just don't look good anymore. They do a really bad job with bacon nowadays. So I'm going to take and wrap it around. Oop. Let me get all the ends pretty much even. Tuck that in. See what I mean? The bacon falls apart. Bacon is not bacon anymore. That's okay. It's all edible. Open my toothpick jar. Get me out some toothpicks. And just stab it like that. Do 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 do. Get them all back in line. Do one more. There we go. There's one. Doop, doop, doop. Of course. Like I said, bacon is not bacon no more. Fall apart. And those are ready to go. Let me wash my hands. Okay, I got my gloves on. And now we're going to start on the jalapenos. I got my little cord. Is I'm going to take and wash these peppers, clean up my cutting board, and come back and stuff them and wrap them. So, be right back. Okay, so I got them all rinsed out, washed up, ready to go. So now we're going to start filling them with the cream cheese. Just stuff it all in there. Stuff it full. And y'all know what's great about cream cheese? You can freeze it. What you don't use, put in an airtight vacuum sealed bag and stick it in your freezer till next time. And what I do is I'll label it stuffed jalapenos on what I used it for. Okay. So since they're stuffed with the cream cheese, now we're going to take the bacon and wrap them up. So now we're going to start with the coleslaw. And I cheated. I got the ready mix kit. Just dump it in a bowl. Take your sauce that you got in it and put that in there. And just stir around. I know what you're saying. You have all of that beautiful cabbage out there. You could have made homemade coleslaw. Well, you know what? I'm doing all this other stuff, so I didn't feel like making homemade coleslaw. With my salt and pepper. Salt. And some pepper in there. And stir that around. And like I said, this is meals for a couple days, 2 or 3 days. I'm like meal prepping. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to stick the lid on this and stick this in the refrigerator until it's time to eat. Move on to the next step, seasoning of the meat. I'm out here at the pit and I am fixing to put on the veggies. So I'm going to put everything on but the asparagus. Let me give you all a look. So I got the sweet potatoes. Put them on there. The cabbage. Bring that up a little. Smush that down so it'll fit. Then I'm going to put the peppers up. Sorry, y'all. Peppers up here.
are going to let this cook for a little while until it gets almost done. So all I have left is just that to put on there, and then the meat. And Charlie's going to use his Bubba grill that I used in the Crazy Ed challenge that he didn't get to do. So he's going to use his Bubba grill for the meat today. Say hi, Charlie.
Hi, Charlie.
He's relaxing after a hard day of doing yard work. Did a great job. He mowed the grass.
No, I ain't done the weed eating.
Yeah, he hasn't done the weed eating yet. But this is the backyard. And it's still windy out.
And have a beer.
Yep, and have a beer. Say bye, Charlie.
Bye, Charlie.
I'm back here. I got the ribeye steak. I'm going to put a little bit of oil on it. And this one steak here will feed me and Charlie. So we don't have to do too much steak. So all I'm going to put on this steak though is just salt and pepper. That's it. Let me move this a little bit more to where y'all can see it. So I'm going to pepper it. And I'm going to put salt on it. Rub that in. Pepper it. And salt it. Rub all that in. So I had told you on the beginning that I was going to do hamburgers and sausage and the steak. Well, come to find out, I pulled out pan sausage instead of hamburger meat. That's what I get for not reading it. I forgot he had made some pan sausage, and he put it in where I keep all of our ground hamburger meat. So I grabbed a pack of that out and thawed it out. So I stuck that in the refrigerator, and we're going to cook that for breakfast in the morning. So I had to quickly get out some pork chops and some chicken. So that's what else we're going to have too, is pork chops and chicken and sausage and a ribeye steak. And that's going to be at least 3 to 4 meals for us. So stick around with us as I get everything seasoned up and get it on the pit and start it cooking. So I got the pork chops over here now. Put me just a tiny bit of oil on them. Just a little bit. These are those pork steaks, not really pork chops. But remember that seasoning that I mixed up earlier that I told y'all about? I'm going to put that on the pork chop. What did I do with it? Here it is. I'm going to sprinkle this on there. Then rub it into the meat. Flip it over. And this will also be some of my lunches for work for the week as well. So let me get the chicken and then we'll be ready to go. Okay, so I got my chicken here. I'm going to put my seasoning on it. Rub it all over.
What's he doing?
And this seasoning is just a concoction that I came up with. The seasonings that I use a lot. Okay, so the meat is ready. The side dishes are on the pit already, the pellet pit. I've already got the coleslaw made. So now all we got to do is put this on the pit and let it cook and we'll be set. So the next time you see me, we'll be putting this on the pit and then it'll be taste test time.
Okay, Charlie's got the pit nice and heated. So we're going to start placing everything but the steak. And the sausage. We're not going to put the sausage on yet. Got a nice smoky thing going on here. So here we go. Put the lid down, let it cook. Grab this, take it back inside. Let's come over here and check on these. Everything over here. Ooh, look at that. Looking so good. So we'll be back.
Just pulled it off the pit. All turned out so beautiful. So now we're gonna do a taste test. Okay, we're here for the taste test on all of this beautiful food that we prepared.
Already been tasting. Woo, the jalapenos hot.
Here's your report.
Yeah, pop. What we tasting?
We're gonna taste the cabbage first.
That's cabbage out of the garden now.
Yes, I told them that.
Well, I'm gonna tell them too.
It's very tender. Very good seasoning on it.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
Whew. My pepper got my tongue burning.
So now we're going to try the sweet potatoes from Lone Star Pioneering.
Lone Star Pioneering. Here's your sweet potato.
Very good flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very good flavor.
Asparagus.
So
Brandy don't eat asparagus.
I do not eat this, but he does. So I'm going to let him try this. Yeah.
Whoop. Well, that's gone. Crunchy.
Here's the peppers that I did.
I already did pepper. I'm not doing no pepper. I ought to have her eat off the one I was.
So good.
Bite that one. Not too big now. You're going to be sorry. That's right. I told you it was hot. She didn't listen.
That's got a bite. It's okay.
Piece of sausage.
Go right ahead.
Mmm.
Piece of this ribeye steak. Look at this, y'all.
Yeah. You ain't doing it no mercy.
Look at that.
It's kind of well done. I don't like it well done. But I'll live with it.
Not too bad.
I like it pink. Well, it is pink. Good. Little bit pink. Mm-hmm.
Mmm. Salt and pepper. That's all I put on it.
That's all I wanted.
Very, very good. Now we're going to try the pork chops.
Pork chop.
The chicken is not done yet.
Oh, steak is enough for me.
Mm-hmm. Well, like I told them, this will be about 3 or 4 meals for us. So here's the pork chops, y'all.
Pork chop. More tender than the steak is.
The seasoning that I did, very good.
Mm-hmm.
And I just threw it all together and put it in my coffee bean grinder, mixed it all up, and sprinkled all of the meat and the
You might have a
vegetables.
patent that. Everybody else does.
Yep. So, this is another cooking extravaganza
I want more sweet potato.
from Pafford Homestead. So if you like this video, make sure you like, share, subscribe, ring the dingy bell, and give us some thumbs up.
Amen.
So from our home to your home, stay safe, be blessed. Until next time.
And watch the whole video. Not just part of it.
Until next time. Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Happy eating. Hi, Brandy with Pafford Homestead here. I am in the kitchen today. I am preparing for the next couple days cooking. I will be grilling today. And on today's menu, I'm doing a ribeye steak, some hamburgers and sausage on the pit with some cut up sweet potatoes. And we also picked a head of cabbage today. So I'm going to cut the cabbage up and put that on the pit as well with some bacon.
I stopped it. I stopped it right there.